Hi, it's me. A shocker, I know. So this wasn't in the original edit of this video. I'm adding this in now because I think you guys deserve to know what happened. For the astute of you out there, some of you caught this video before it was taken down. This video was taken down by YouTube for spreading misinformation, which is completely false. This video serves the opposite purpose, in fact, for debunking misinformation, as you'll see when you watch the video. So what happened is the video was taken down and I was given a warning on the channel, which I felt was wrong, so I appealed it and the appeal was rejected. I don't believe that whoever rejected the appeal actually watched the video. I think they went purely based on the title, which at the time was A New Face in Medical Frauds, which probably gave them the wrong idea as to what I was talking about. I was talking about an actual medical fraud who was spreading anti-vax garbage, and I was debunking the things he was saying and bringing light to the fraud that he was. I don't think they watched it. I then, out of curiosity, re-uploaded the video unlisted with no intention of publishing it to see if I changed the title, if that would make a difference. What happened was they clearly recognized the file and gave my channel a strike before it even finished processing, which meant I couldn't upload for a week. And that was stressing me out because I'm a growing channel and a week is kind of a big deal when you upload 2 videos per week. And the day that it was going to come back was the day after my last upload of the week was supposed to come out. So I would effectively have missed 2 weeks, really. So I went to Twitter and I tweeted about it, and I tweeted at YouTube saying, hey, what the heck, what's going on? And they replied with like, oh, sorry to hear that this happened. Give us some more details. I explained the whole situation to them and they went, we'll look into it. Then a couple of hours later, I got an email saying that the video had been cleared. Annoyingly, I had already deleted it at this point because I had thought, oh, it says that it's going to be deleted in 7 days from now. There's no point me leaving this on my channel staring at me with a big red mark. I'll just delete it now. It would have been cleared and then remade live, but I'd gotten rid of it by that point, which is annoying. So I'm re-uploading this. I did actually message them on Twitter to say, will it be okay if I re-upload it? I haven't got a reply, so I'm gonna go for it. So yeah, that's what happened. I managed to get it cleared after a day. I couldn't even post in my community tab to tell you guys that I wasn't gonna be allowed to upload. That was the level of stress I was at. I was like, I can't do anything. I'm powerless here. I can't do anything. I'm very glad it's gotten cleared up. Now let's watch a video, not of misinformation, of the exact opposite, of debunking misinformation and discussing why finding accurate information is important. I'm vaccinated, by the way, so there's no way I'm going to be talking about how vaccines are bad. This video is pro-vax. It's literally laughing at anti-vaxxers. So let's get into it. Sorry, this is kind of a long intro now. The blood of Christ is my vaccine. These alcoholics will really say anything to drink some wine. Special thank you to CJ, McPuffin, Els, Kaori Ann Mori, and Holly Miller for supporting the channel and supporting my content. Thank you so much, guys. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another subreddit video. Today we are returning to r/vaxxhappened. I am now vaccinated. As of this video going up, I will have been vaccinated for over a week now, so that's great. My second vaccine, in fact. Like, I'm fully vaccinated against COVID now, and I am pretty happy about that fact, so that's great. I feel fine. I've had no adverse reactions. My arm barely ached. It's been fine. So we're returning to vaxxhappened because apparently that's dangerous. I'ma die in 3 years. So let's take a look, shall we? I'm not participating in the vaccine passport. If that means I can't fly, I won't fly. If that means I can't shop at some stores, I won't shop at some stores. If that means I can't attend some events, I won't attend some events. My body, my choice. I will not be bullied. Okay then, that was always allowed. Yeah, that's been the thing from the start that they've been saying. Congratulations. Did you just listen to what they were saying or what? That's been it. That's oh, it's so smart. They're so smart though. You have a 0.4 chance of getting COVID and dying. You know how many people have died or been harmed from the vaccine? I would think logically about this and not let fear be your guide. You also only have a 0.0018% chance of dying from the vaccine. Probably less because some reported deaths were not vaccine related, but still had to be reported since they occurred close to when the patient received the vaccine. Just wanted to throw that out there. Not accurate. There's evidence coming out of 62% getting blood clots. Dr. Charles Hoff believes people who take this vaccine will have a life expectancy of 3 years. It's not a risk with taking. Absolutely insane. That's what I was gonna research something for this. I was gonna look up who Charles Hoff was, because guaranteed he's some pseudoscience quack. 62% of people are not getting blood clots from this. You're actually more likely to get blood clots from COVID than you are from the vaccine. I've set an alarm on my phone for exactly 3 years from now. If I'm still making YouTube videos at that point, which hopefully I will be sure to update you guys that it has been 3 years from my vaccine and I will be alive and well. Right, shall I look up Charles Hoff? Charles Spotify. Oh, he's probably got podcasts that way. That why. Family physician Dr. Charles Hoff published another letter to Henry on the website of the anti-vaccine group Vaccine Choice Canada, making numerous unproven and false claims about COVID-19 vaccines. So he's an anti-vaccine person posting unproven facts. Facts? Not facts, in fact. The opposite of a fact. That's great. Anti-vax group Future Z will be targeting school children with misleading leaflets. That's news I wanted to read right now. Seriously though, what does any government, not just the American government, not just the UK government, the entire globe that is focused on vaccinating people, what are they gonna have to gain from killing everybody? What do they gain from that? Apart from the anti-vaxxers, in fact. The anti-vaxxers are the only people that will survive this. The anti-vaxxers are also the people that don't obey the government. So what does the government have to gain from killing everyone that obeys it and keeping alive everyone that doesn't? That sounds like a terrible plan to me. Doesn't make sense, does it? Lower cognitive ability linked to non-compliance with social distancing guidelines during the coronavirus. I don't know what lower cognitive ability means, but I certainly won't wear a mask ever. Oh, it's so gold. It's golden. It's genius. It's almost like so ironic that it was a joke, you know? Part of me wishes that this was like an Ate the Onion moment, that I just got whooshed by this person, but I know that it wasn't. I don't know what lower cognitive ability means. Just proves the article correct. COVID-19 vaccines are halal. COVID-19 vaccines do not contain animal products of any kind. The medical, I don't know how to pronounce that, symposium has ruled vaccines are permissible according to Sharia law. It's incredible that they even needed to issue an official statement for that. They really shouldn't have needed to say that. That should have been obvious from the start. But it's great that it has been officially declared so more people will be willing to do it, right? Although I know guaranteed now there are going to be some like hard right core Americans in like the Bible Belt that are like, Sharia law? The vaccine is turning people into Muslims. So listen to this. I am in the hospital right now with COVID. I was put on the critical care floor this morning. I got a blood transfusion. What they used was plasma from a COVID patient who developed the antibodies to fight COVID. So I got my transfusion this morning and I feel a lot better right now. But my question is, why do we need a vaccine if you get COVID and it builds an antibody and you can get the antibody from people who are donating their plasma? I'm telling you, this vaccine is a scandal and it's in a clinical trial period for 2 years to see what kind of side effects people have got, who dies, how sick people get. Okay, so first of all, they're making it up, right? There's no blood plasma transfusion for antibodies. But even if it wasn't, the issue is how many people would need to donate blood to immunize the entire population of the world? You need a lot of people that have gotten COVID to donate blood, and not that many people donate blood when they haven't gotten COVID. Like, I don't think you'd even be allowed to donate blood if you've got COVID. Just, it doesn't line up. It doesn't line up with reality. Am I surprised? No, I guess not. Do you understand that the massive polio outbreaks in Africa are due to those being vaccinated? The vaccines keep diseases that would otherwise have been eliminated alive. You watch the swell of sickness once everyone gets their COVID shot, and of course they'll blame it on the unvaccinated. The mental gymnastics they had to make here. The vaccines don't cause the illness. You know, measles came back, right? It had a big surge. You know what communities it had a big surge in? Unvaccinated communities. I shouldn't need to say this. There shouldn't be people this dumb. How do you get this far in life without knowing stuff like this? It's really like basic. It's so basic that I'm amazed that people can't comprehend this. Many aren't anti-vax, as many love to label, but are in fact seeing with their own eyes that the experimental injection is making people sick, opposed to own eyes seeing less sickness without it. They oppose forced medical intervention and experiment. We aren't anti-vax, we just don't agree with the vaccines. That's an amazing statement right there. You packed 5 misinformation data points into 2 sentences there. Can you not touch your toes or something? That you seem to be in the huff with all the yoga practice? Disinformation according to who? You? It must be wonderful knowing everything, even the unknown. You should look me up. I taught for 12 years. Then I wrote a book about how the founder of your yoga method was a predatory sexual abuser, and how his main students enabled him, and how that abuse is now institutionalized and intergenerational. She picked a fight with the wrong person. This is almost a don't you know who I am moment. Like, yeah, she has picked the fight with the wrong person. FYI, yoga, not gonna cure COVID. The deadliest virus is the media. The only thing cringier than that statement is the fact that there are people that actually wear these shirts. Gross. Vaccinated by the Lord, protected by the antibody of Jesus Christ our Lord. God is up in heaven right now, just like, I gave you scientists to create medicine to get you through these pandemics, and you're not taking them. The irony of me talking about religion when I've got a freaking pentagram painted on my forehead. It's funny because I actually know a lot about religion. I grew up religious. I've studied this stuff. I went to Sunday school. I went to seminary. I know a lot about this stuff. So when people use it to support their BS claims, it's not hard to rebuke. Must watch. Airplanes' new laws. Banning vaccinated from flying. 150,000 vaccine deaths are hidden. No. They're so delusional. They're living in a dreamland. Airplanes banning vaccinated people. If anything, it's the opposite. Where are they getting that from? From thetruedefender.com. Should we look this website up? Far right, extremely right wing, factual reporting low. Not quite very low, but low. There you have it. Ranked questionable source. Unsurprisingly, honestly, unsurprising. Did we expect anything different? I think not. Face masks do not stop COVID per science. COVID per science? That's a measurement I haven't heard before. But does support the evils of Marxism. Change my mind. I'm gonna have to pull out the joke I made last video again. Karl Marx, more like Karl Mask, am I right? What do masks have to do with Marxism? Karl Marx was a friggin' libertarian socialist. He's the... It's so dumb. It's so stupid. Learn what Marxism means. If you can actually tell me what Marxism means, guaranteed the person that made this could not tell you what Marxism, socialism, or communism means. She could not define any of the three. All she knows is COVID restrictions. They sound like communism to me. No, they don't. What did you watch one YouTube video and went, yes, communism is when the government does stuff. Yes. Communism is when the government There's no way I'm taking a COVID vaccine that hasn't been FDA approved. Okay, so it hasn't been approved by the American FDA yet, but what about like the fact that other countries have approved it, you know, like for example the UK one, which is the MHRA, has approved Pfizer, BioNTech and AstraZeneca. It's approved 3 of them on the UK's medicine standards. So just because the FDA has only approved it for medical doesn't mean that other countries haven't also been researching it and approving it, because they have, because the UK has, and I'm sure the UK is not the only country, because it's not dangerous. Yeah, Marsola and Kennedy are terrorists for explaining that taking care of your health and eating well is actually better than pumping your veins full of pharmaceuticals. What the hell is going on with Joe Biden and the Democrats? Have they read anything by Marsola? His books are about taking care of your health. Marsola's most recent book explains how ventilator mass psychosis, my words for it, not his, oh so you made that up, probably caused more deaths by being overused, which is precisely why no one is talking about ventilators anymore. Dems, get your head screwed on straight and stop censoring everyone like this is communist China. So I had to look up Marsola, obviously, because he's got books on it. Who have we looked at in the past that have books on things? Oh yeah, all of the pseudoscience quack jobs. And Marsola's no different, only Marsola is a POS that tries to sell you things at the same time. So I did some research on Marsola, and he claimed the tanning beds he sold for between $1,200 and $4,000 from his Hoffman Estates-based business not only didn't cause cancer, but also actively reduced the chances of getting it. There was only one problem with Marsola's spiel. According to a Federal Trade Commission lawsuit, it was nonsense. So he's lying about his tanning bed, which actually increases the chance of getting cancer because it's a tanning bed. He claimed it reduced your chances of getting cancer. So strike one for quack job making things up to make money. And that's not it. Marsola uses his website and books to back a number of discredited fringe medical causes on topics that include vaccinations and fluoridated water. He stars in web videos for his company, Marsola Health Resources, and wrote articles in which he complained cold winters in particular would benefit from his tanning bed, which he said could reverse your wrinkles and slash your risk of cancer. His website, by the way, doesn't fact check and doesn't update incorrect information. Unsurprisingly, it isn't Marsola's first run-in with regulators. The US Food and Drug Administration wrote to him 3 times between 2005 and 2011, accusing him of violating federal laws by marketing a device he claimed was a revolutionary alternative to mammograms. He was also warned about his marketing of unproven dietary supplements. He is, first and foremost, a quack job who is making things up to sell you things and make money. As usual, these anti-vaxxers will go, this is all about the big pharma making money, and then they cite people who are being paid off to give you false information. Andrew Wakefield, paid off to lie in a lawsuit. This guy literally selling you things that don't work for money. How do they not see the issue here? How do they fall for it every single time? And the final one. Influenza kills an estimated 650,000 a year. We do not have a vaccine for it. They are called flu jabs for a reason. They do not vaccinate you against the flu. Much like the COVID jabs don't stop you getting COVID. We don't have a vaccine for influenza? Notice how none of those signs say vaccine. Thanks for proving my point. Shots and jabs are literally just a slang term for a vaccine. How can you be this dumb? We don't have vaccines for it? We do. We don't have the COVID vaccine's literally called the COVID vaccine. Oh, people like this exist. People like this exist. That's it. That's the statement. That's a real person. That's a real person claiming there are no flu vaccines. That's a real person claiming the COVID vaccine isn't real. That's where I'm going to end the video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you want to support me in making more content like this, I have a Patreon in the description down below, or equally you can click that join button to join the channel. It helps a lot more than you might realize. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.